Happy New Year, everyone. Out with the old, in with the new. But I'd like to thank all of you because year in, year out, you continue to watch and support Kababayan LA. This year, 2013, we are going to celebrate our 7th anniversary in April. So abangan niyo po yan. You are watching America's first and only daily talk show for and about the Filipinos. This is Kababayan LA, and my name is Janelle. So let us talk about New Year's resolution. And I'd like to welcome on the show Tracy, of course, from Apollo Research Institute. Hello and welcome to Kababayan LA.
Thank you, and Happy New Year.
Yes, Happy New Year, Tracy. You know, you've seen Tracy all through 2012. She shared a lot of information with us about employment, about different opportunities, and today she will help us go through some of the tricky New Year's topics. The first one is New Year's resolution. Is it still important? Do people really make and stick to their New Year's resolutions, or is it like, you know, a promise that's made to be broken?
No, I think that's how actually things get done. I think people need to set goals, make resolutions, and keep to them, and that's how we move ahead. It's just human nature.
All right, the first one is, how do you make a New Year's job resolution? Make a goal. What do you mean?
Make a goal. So make a tangible goal that you can accomplish. For example, I would like to have a new job by January 2014.
Okay.
A one-year goal that you can set focus on and make sub-goals to reach it.
All right. What about write down your resolution?
Absolutely. I think seeing is believing. Write it down, just like if you're losing weight. Put it on your refrigerator. Put it over your desk.
Oh, okay.
Put it on your nightstand.
Right.
Put it on your mirror. Every day you want to see that goal so you remind yourself.
Yeah, I was going to ask you how often, even if you write it down, and some people write it down and keep it and they forget about it, so how often do you need to read it?
I think you have
Just
to see
every day.
it every day. So maybe it's in your wallet,
right.
or maybe it is in the morning on your mirror when you get up and brush your teeth. You see the goal and you remember, I got to do this.
Does it matter how many resolutions? Like, do you suggest like having a specific number, just 5 resolutions, and that's it? It's easier, it's more manageable.
Yeah, most people say do everything in 3s.
Okay.
It's very easy to remember things in 3s, do things in 3s, accomplish things in 3s. So make 3 tangible goals.
All right. Speaking of 3, the third New Year's job resolution tip is be positive.
Can't is not a word in the American vocabulary, okay? And I think people immediately move into negative, and what you need to start saying to yourself is, I can do this, I can keep this resolution, I can get that job. Be positive.
Right. Okay. Enlist support.
Yes, it's always easier to do something when you have a buddy or a friend. Even if the friend has a different goal, even better if they have the same goal, check in and keep each other accountable so that you get there together.
Ah, I get it. So if you have a friend, maybe, you know, sit down and share each other's resolutions, and then maybe weeks later or a few weeks later.
Or daily. Take a walk together and say, how'd you do today with your goals? I'm very focused. You make your goals, check in with each other and say,
or maybe ask, you know, what are you doing to reach that goal? Did you do anything today to reach that goal?
Yes, what worked, what didn't work, right? Learn and help each other.
Yeah, and maybe your friend can also, you know, share ideas on how you can reach your goal, too.
Absolutely.
And it doesn't matter whether you have the same resolutions or not. It's just...
goals are goals. There's a format to creating a goal and keeping a goal.
All right.
Check in.
What's important about goals, though, is it has to be a realistic goal. Otherwise, you're setting yourself up for disappointment.
Yes, I have people say to me, I'm going to get a job in a month. Now, let's be realistic. It's a tough job market. You haven't even started looking. That's not too realistic. It would be better if you said, I'm going to get a job in a year, but in 6 months I will be here, in 3 months I'll be here, in 1 month I'll be here. So you need to be realistic. Otherwise you won't accomplish the goal, and then you'll have a setback, and it'll take harder and harder for you to get started again.
Okay, I have 2 questions about that. First is the job market. You were with us the tail end, a lot more during the tail end of 2012, and we talked about employment opportunities during the holidays, blah, 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 blah. The first quarter of every year, there seems to be a slowdown in a lot of industries. What about the job market?
So the best time to look for a job because of hiring is January, February, March.
Oh, okay.
So you should be spending your holiday time getting ready, because a lot of people still have off the first week of January, getting ready and getting your resume out. It's pretty simple. A lot of budgets are released in the new year, and job recs open up. So it's a very good time for people to start looking again for jobs.
Okay, what about, my second question is, what about setting deadlines with your resolutions? Is that advisable?
I think so. You know, I actually, when I do a goal, not only do I do an annual goal, I break it all the way down to days and checklists.
Right.
I'm a checklist person. I love getting up every day, making a list, and feeling that cross off.
I like that too. It gives you a sense of relief and a sense of accomplishment, right?
That's
like
right.
Even the little to-do list, the little trivial things that you need to do during the day. But at the same time, I think when you set a deadline along with your goal, when you reach the deadline and you still haven't met the goal, it's time for you to reassess, no?
You always need to reassess, because there's going to be certain things that are going to work for you. Maybe social media outreach and sending in resumes is working, but maybe the people that you're networking with isn't working.
Right.
So maybe you need to reassess and say, okay, maybe I need to do more of this and less of this, or change it, you know, change my strategy.
Okay.
And then reassess your goals and start again.
So set deadlines and also set priorities, which is your last tip.
Absolutely. I think that you have to say, okay, here's my top goal, here's my sub goals, and here's how I'm going to get there, and go after each priority one at a time. If there's too many, you'll get confused, you'll get distracted. One baby step at a time.
Right. Thank you for sharing those tips with us, but we are just done with the making part, making a New Year's job resolution. What about keeping your New Year's job resolution? And Tracy also has tips for us on that when we return on the show. Don't go away.